Hello, this is Arin, and I am here today to show you a game I'm curious about. It's called Glitchhikers. I can't remember. I downloaded it on my itch.io account long ass time ago, and here we go, trying to figure out what the fuck it was. Like the aesthetic. Purple's a really good color for these sorts of things. Am I falling asleep? I get to drive. I know. I've always been really bad at staying inside my lane, so I don't know if I can make anything of this. Have you ever played the Danganronpa games? Oh, you don't have to stay in your lane. I feel so silly. Select advanced dialogue. Waiting. It's 1 in the goddamn morning. It's relatable. Can I change the radio? That would be dope. You can see. It's really gorgeous out there.
And that was Pinky's Dream by David Lynch. This is Radio 90, and you're listening to Night Drive. Thanks for joining us tonight. Almost 100 years before Columbus ever sailed to the Americas, a Chinese explorer named Zheng He made 7 naval expeditions, traveling thousands of miles with over 300 ships.
That's real? I wouldn't be surprised.
When the next emperor came to power, all the ships were destroyed, and the Ming Dynasty entered a period of isolationism that lasted hundreds of years.
I'm 100% certain that's not what happened, but go off, I guess.
Let's go on a journey together with our next song, Find Me on a Whim.
Can I only go 120? I want to reach you, car. I want to see what happens if I hit another car on this route. I guess I can turn. Yeah. I'm old enough to drive. I just can't drive. Oh, what the fuck? I can't drive at night because, like, I'm a teenager and shit. But I don't know. That's one of those things I want. I know it's supposed to be disorienting, but seeing the world glitch would be really interesting. I go on walks at night sometimes, like when I'm in a fugue state or whatever you call it. I listen to weird music and try not to think. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I can see the glitches in the sky they're trying to show me. Like, there isn't that much in between us and the stuff we don't want to perceive. These cars keep on switching lanes. I wonder why. I guess the point is you go faster and faster, and then you're not able to really avoid them because you keep on falling asleep and glitching. I don't think so, though. I do want to see who's up there, but I suppose the point is that when you get up there, that's where you don't want to be. You're not getting me, you car. You're not getting me. I'm not fucking up my first time on the open road. It's also like I live in a very populated city, so this would be near impossible to get. I don't know. That's why I sell for walking. I used to, like, bring a bread knife with me because I thought it would be dangerous, but it's the suburbs, man. Like, nothing's happening except for some middle-aged mom selling weed. Yeah. People in the suburbs kind of suck, though. They always, like, worry about things they shouldn't. Things that aren't their business. God. How dare they? Yeah. I don't know. I'm in a really passive-aggressive fight with one of my neighbors right now, because they, like, are high-key homophobic, and also don't believe in global warming, weirdly enough. but what can you do? But, so I'm in this little passive-aggressive war where I'm, like, keeping this rainbow flag outside of my house, and, like, I don't know, wearing shirts. It's not that much of a war. I just don't like them. And I want them to feel at least slightly irritated, because I always try to be really friendly, and at the same time, like, I know they kicked their kid out, so I don't know what to do about that. It's my place to judge, but it's not my place to help, which is what bothers me, because I don't know the kid. I barely knew them. I just knew that they're gone now. And I don't have their number or anything, but, like, I always worry. I always hope they're doing okay. I don't know. This is a good game to talk during. Just kind of let your thoughts run wild. What the fuck? Okay. Are you okay? It's nothing a little drive can't fix. Let's keep driving then. That was a little spoopy. I was not expecting that. I guess I would have liked a peaceful game that just kind of driving with glitches in the corners. Just the next rest stop would be great. A good drive could fix a lot. Mind if I smoke? Driving is calming. I'm supposed to be alone with my thoughts in this game. I don't really think I am. Because y'all are here with me, and y'all have to suffer through my thoughts if anyone's listening to this. Good old BC bud. Everyone needs a little time with their thoughts. Get to know them better, you know? I don't know my thoughts very well. Like, I try to analyze thought processes and stuff, but sometimes I don't get my thoughts. They say the journey's more important than, you know, the other thing. Why are you driving? I just like driving. That's the easy answer, at least. I did my convo. Well, that's fair, I suppose. Joy is a worthy pursuit. Is that it, though? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think that... I think that when I get older, I'll do a lot of drives alone at night, but I definitely don't think that I'll just be doing them for the sake of the driving. It's just a time where everything's a little dead, but at the same time it's so fucking alive in a way you wouldn't expect. And you get to kind of relish in that. You get to kind of feel more alive than you usually do. Because sometimes you don't really feel alive. You feel kind of stale. But I don't know. When I'm in the weird fugue state and I'm listening to synth music, it's not that I'm stale, it's that I don't have to be in my body. And at the same time, I'm more aware than I've ever been. I don't know. When I was a kid, we had a cabin out on one of the islands. At night, you could see thousands of stars. It was so bright, you didn't need a flashlight. I gave them all names. Atticus and Caesar, Garuda and Sal. They're a reader. They fought each other in wars of my making. Alliances formed and were broken. Explosions burst across the sky. I was a god to them. I don't know. Stars... anyone. I don't think I want to make anything for the purpose of war, for the purpose of hurting. I might want to retell stories that hurt, but I don't want to create anything that does. Not anything that hurts too badly anyways. I want to write when I'm older, so like, maybe I'll do sad stories, but at the end of the day, I'm more than a bit of an optimist. I'd like to see a somewhat happy ending at the end of it. At least bittersweet. I don't want to be a god to anyone. If I make characters, I want them to be their own, not mine. I don't know, that sounds fake bullshit psych student. Hey, guess who's a fake bullshit psych student? Who knows? There is no God. Stars are too far away. Stars are a light in the darkness. Stars are a light in the darkness. I don't know. I don't think it's dark. Ooh, blood red moon. That's dope. Nope. I don't think it's lights in the darkness. It's like... what's a word? It's like stars just kind of help show what's already there. I don't know. I'd like to reach the stars someday, but at the same time, that ruins it, you know? Like, knowing what's up there, knowing what's real about them. It's a lot nicer to have them be little fragments. You know that the reason that people say they twinkle is because of... not they twinkle, they're just star shapes. It's because of bad eyesight. Like, the original little pointy stars were because of bad eyesight, and that's what... I think it was the Bedouins saw. I do the same thing when I take off my glasses. All the stars are really sharp. Well, that's what used to happen. Now my eyesight's too bad. I can't even see the stars. It sucks. So I keep my glasses on. Maybe the darkness is an illusion. I don't think so. I think it's just as real as stars are. We're just, like, categorizing it wrong. Again, this is literally so I can sound fake intelligent. So, forgive me.
She drowned in that pond.
My parents pretty much ignored me. Father was too drunk, mother too busy, yet I still remember those days fondly. Think that says something about me? I think it says something about people. It's that we don't really process those things sometimes. At least not when we're in them. Like, when I was a kid and shit hit the fan, I did not process what was going on. I think I view those days fondly too, because that's kind of the innocence of it. It's like before you can look back and realize all the fucked up shit that happened. And it's before you understand that you're going to end up perpetuating that, even in ways you don't want to. Because sometimes it's like, I'll talk to my dad, and I'll get angry, and I realize I'm acting exactly like my mom did, and it scares the shit out of me. And I didn't have that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I would get angry, or I would cry, or I'd laugh, and none of that meant I was being controlled by anybody. When I get older and older, I'm realizing that I'm repeating the same processes that my parents did, and I don't know. That's not even the point of this line.
She drowned in that pond. She just walked right in like she thought she could breathe it.
No. One day, a man came to the grassy spot where I played. He said he was from the stars, and he pleaded for my mercy. I told him it was all make-believe. He just shook his head. Did you stop? You know, I don't remember. I guessed I must have. I never saw him again. That's sad. Same time, I wish I could have created something that real when I was a kid. I never even had imaginary friends, which is weird. I kept to myself a bit. When I made up characters, they never came to life. They kind of just stayed, and I would realize they were manifestations of me, or who I wanted to be, and they were never much more than that. It was always just me holding up a mirror to myself, or whatever you would call it. Too bad I was never really a kid. Thanks for the lift. Okay, ghost lady. Yep, she's gone. She's ghost lady.
That was a little different. Ever wonder why the night sky is black, even though there is nowhere you could look that doesn't eventually have a star? Shouldn't it be white? And scientists say the average color of the universe is beige. There are stars above you even in the day, and they are watching. Gravity will.
Okay,
up
Night
next.
Vale.
Keep your eye on the road, and have a lovely drive.
That was some welcome to Night Vale bullshit. I do like the idea of the universe being kind of beige. Like this kind of plain color. Like, makes it seem more attainable. Still don't want to go up there though. It's prettier down here. When they say the sky's black, I guess it's just the space. Ooh, did I get another person? I got another person. Oh, that's dope. That's so cool! Just the nearest hospital. The baby's about ready to pop out. Thanks for the pickup. Not many of your species seems willing to take me. Hell yeah, alien yeti. Shouldn't you get an ambulance instead of checking? Should I? Sorry, I'm still figuring out the customs of this world. I'm from a little planet in the triangle of galaxy. Our star got too close to another system and almost collided with a blue giant. Maybe those were the warring stars. See, there was a war. Made the planet totally unlivable, of course, so we left. That seems unlikely. Did a little girl do it? Did a little girl do it? A little girl from the islands cause it? What do you think? Can we create that sort of reality? I don't know. Seems silly for me to say, but I think I'm joking. What? I don't know what you mean. You wouldn't. It's just those coincidences. The coincidence. My journey here was long, but wonderful. There are so many worlds in this galaxy. So much life. That would be something. I wouldn't want to travel to a star. I'd like to travel to meet other things. Maybe they would have fucked up less. I want to go to those parallel universes where I did something different, someone else did, or everything else is real, except for the exact universe we're living in right now. Mostly I'd like to be anywhere but here, sometimes. I don't know. I would, like, you know the way I'd always project myself onto my child selves, I guess? my child characters, I always put myself in stories, like books I read and stuff. But the point wasn't to be in that world. The point was to know what was going to happen. I'd read it, so I wasn't worried about things beyond me. I could always predict what was going to happen, and that way no one was hurt, and everyone would get to feel better. I don't know. I don't fully understand what lets me move between these boxes, but okay. A little planet of tiny volcanoes and Oh, that's a Little Prince reference. I love that. A civilization of artists and dreamers who believe we are all just living in someone else's story. I can get that. Tribes of nomadic people who live amongst the stars. Imagine traveling that way. Piss my pants. You know, all the elements that form life were created in the heart of a star that exploded, spreading the elements throughout the galaxy. You and me were made of stars. In the most cliched fucking quote in the history of existence. Still love it. But I don't know. Stardust. The idea you're made of that. The idea you can...
She drowned in that pond.
Maybe you can be returned to being stars. Still don't. I don't know. They scare me. They're molten balls, always moving until the day they explode. It may be beautiful, but it sure as hell is horrifying for the star, I suppose. I know they can't feel anything, but gotta wonder. And when they destroy things, they take things out with them. I'd like to be the... I don't know what you call it, the nursery around the stars. They have those with little star nurseries. It's like the cloud areas around that. I'd like to be that. I'd like to help take care of things like that. First bit of sense you've made. I'm sorry, lady, but that's the only one. You really don't believe me, do you? Luckily, my existence is not predicated on your belief. It's a good thing. In many mythologies in this world, the sun is a deity of power, light, fire, strength. Some myths say it must be reborn every year, whereas earth goddesses represent life, birth, fertility. But really, there would be no life without the sun, no earth without the sun. We are all born from stars like the sun. Shouldn't the sun god be the creator of life? I don't know. That's a little silly. There's so many things we need. The earth goddess, I think, is a creator of life in that idea because it creates the food. Came from that. But in all honesty, we shouldn't... Nothing should be regarded as the creator of life. That would be silly. People should be regarded as creators of life. People? Possibly alcohol? Yeah. Forgive the ancients their mistakes. Sounds about right. They created stories to help them understand the world. I suppose it's not their fault if they failed. Jesus. Let them live their lives. Let them have their own goddamn opinions about who's the creator of life. You're not omnipotent, you strange eyeball pregnant lady. Lady? I don't know. My sister lost a baby. For years she couldn't talk about it. Then one day she said to me, "It's just as well. The universe doesn't care about life. I'll wait for the next one." Hey, the universe may not care, but you should. That's kind of the point. Don't just wait for the next one. It's cruel. I can't wait. The hospital's just up here. Then go. Not saying anything. Sonder. You know what that is? The sudden realization that every other person, all the people around you driving those cars, are fully conscious people with their own stories and goals and loves and thoughts. Yeah. That's the fun part of sitting in really high places. It's getting to look down at people and see and wonder. Because everybody's got their own things going on. I'm always curious what they are. Just think about that for a second. I am. Gone? You're gone.
And the circle of life continues. We don't always have control over our lives, over what happens to us. But we do control how we react. Accept, grow, live, love, hide, fade, wither, wisen, embrace, fight. You are all alone out there, but you know, you're never alone. Millions of distinct bacteria share your body. You're never alone.
Thanks, Night Vale.
Keep driving, driver. Turtles All the Way Down is up next.
I love Turtles All the Way Down. I love that idea. It's such a silly one. But yeah. I don't know. He sounds exactly like my therapist, or my old one, so go figure. But yeah. Do you know Turtles All the Way Down? It's like that whole idea that... that's so cool. I love the side of the road right now. But it's that whole idea that the universe is flat and it's topped with 4 elephants and it's on top of a turtle. But the question is, if the turtle's going through space, then who's holding up the turtle? And the answer is another turtle. And who's carrying that turtle? Another turtle. It's turtles all the way down, baby. Cute idea. I liked it. Hello, Fox Maiden? The universe is expanding, and yet the universe has no edge. What is it expanding into? I'm in my 4th year of physics, and even I don't really get it. Yeah. It's expanding into the point it contracts, I suppose. It's expanding into the stuff we haven't gotten to yet. The more important edge isn't space, but time. I like that one. That one in infinite spaces expand infinitely. And yet time feels like infinity. We live our whole lives in this tiny blip of time, and yet it's so filled with love and imagination and joy. It seems so much bigger. I like that. I don't know. Times that seem longest are the most miserable ones sometimes. But then you look back, and it's like, wow. It's been almost 4 years since I was in the hospital. And you wonder why you fixate on it. Make it seem so much bigger than it was. At the same time, it's so small, so long ago. See, the thing is, I don't really need to get it. There's like 300 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and billions more galaxies out there. Our little single planet doesn't matter a bit in it at all. And yet, it's still wonderful, don't you think? Yeah. Just because there's 300 billion more of them doesn't make any experience any less special. Even if it's not necessarily unique. I agree. The universe is wonderful. Even with an infinity of the unknown, we still have love and happiness in life. In all the crazy infinity that is our existence, in all the vastness of understanding we still lack, there's this amazing thing that is consciousness. Carl Sagan once said that since we are part of the universe, consciousness allows the universe to know itself. That's beautiful. Yeah. I'd like to be the bigger brain, though. The one that's like more conscious than us. There's this really cool idea that from the view of an atom, the human body is a universe. Maybe we're all just we're not even atoms, we're the smallest fragments below atoms, quarks, I don't know, smaller than those. And we're stuck on electrons, we're orbiting around the nucleus. But we're those things that are in the body of some greater being. Maybe the universe is just a person who's still growing. Child. Hasn't even hit puberty yet. I'd like the idea of being just a part of something good like that. Something innocent. One day in the lab, we were doing chemistry experiments, right? Just a simple grade school exercise of burning different substances to see the colors they produce, like fireworks. Sounds dope. Magnesium, copper, strontium, lithium, science and art come together. There is kind of a way of combining the two I'd like to see. I don't have talent in either, so gotta wait for someone who does. My lab partner was this girl I didn't know, but God, she was pretty, in a sort of spunky way. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking... yeah, rock on. Rock on, gay-ass fox face lady. We talked about different kinds of stars and the heat death of the universe and entropy. It was the start of something beautiful. Isn't that the plot of, like, every Manic Pixie Dream Girl movie? I don't know. I do that with my friends sometimes. We're mostly being pretentious when we do it, though. Love is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Sometimes it's very fucked up, but sometimes it's beautiful. We went away the next day, far away, to a little world of our own, floating amongst nebulae and white dwarfs and undiscovered planets. That's the weirdest euphemism for sex I've ever heard. But okay. Her sense of humor was dry. Sometimes I didn't even know if she was joking. She said the most absurd things, how she wanted to die in the heart of a star. I said she'd burn up long before she got close, and she looked at me like it was a challenge. That's incredible. Yeah, I would never be brave enough for that. I don't want things to hurt when I go. I've always been afraid of suicide, even though I researched it a lot. It's like, I knew the only ways that worked would be the ones that hurt, which I suppose is the point. But I don't know. We laughed and cried together, helped each other through tough times, family and friends in our own minds. The way she looked at me, a little smile in her eyes. The way she could rattle off chemical equations, the constructions of molecules. She drew them in her sleep, and I'd watch her eyelids flutter gently, rise and fall of her chest, tendons in her arms. We watched the fireworks together on New Year's, rattling off the compounds used, the balance of heat and luminosity that flew off into the sky through the lingering smoke. It's beautiful. We were together 6 months before it flamed out, too intense for us to keep it up. But it was beautiful while it lasted. I will always love those days. You had your own little burning star right there. I don't know if I want one. I have terrible taste in people, though, so all my relationships are probably going to end up like that. Just shorter. Love is an amazing thing. It's what it's all about. Connecting with other people like that. The universe knowing itself. I have to agree in a lot of ways. Yeah. Yeah? Just a minute. I'm going to see my new girlfriend now, just outside the city. We are all going to die in a fiery explosion one day. We are. It's just going to happen. But what a wonderful thing to be part of it in the meantime. God, I love driving. Don't you love driving? Why do you drive? To find something. I'm looking for something. Understanding, maybe. Driving helps me find it. Right? There are answers out there, and the beauty is in the search. Drive on. See you later. You were awesome.
Look at the night sky. What do you see out there? Emptiness? Chaos? An uncaring void? Or do you see the stars? The art of the nebulae? The romance of distant galaxies? Is God watching you? Is she watching any of us? 7 billion people on this world, and all we have is each other, our own little infinity. Now count back with me, driver. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. This has been Radio 90 Night Drive. Travel safely. Good night.
Good night. Are we alone? I don't know. 7 billion, but I think it's just the few connections we make. It's just the couple people we managed to get to know, and that ripple effect. I doubt I'll ever be great enough to impact more than a few people. I can try. I guess that's it.
It's impressive what you do.
Just a minute.
Stronger than the
Just a minute.
strongest bull.
Okay.
Gravity, gravity, gravity.
Okay, that was it. That was a really cool little game, and my parents are calling me dinner. In case you hadn't already realized I was underage. But see you later.